Welcome to our fourth edition of the 2-Minute Bill. Well, Wildcat fans, the big one, the one you've had circled since the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl ended, is just 2 days away. Number 5 Auburn at number 20 Kansas State. Iconic ABC announcer Keith Jackson would sum this one up in just 2 words. Whoa, Nelly. We know you're ready, and so too does Coach Snyder, who admitted you can be a big help Thursday night when Auburn plays its first road game of the year.
Our fans have always been great. Our students have always been great, and they do it in a classy manner as well. I appreciate that a great deal. It can have an impact. It has had an impact here, even though we're small by numbers comparatively speaking. Still, it has an impact. I know they will have some concern about it. They've indicated that's exactly the case. But, you'd have to think that, they've had experience playing in those 80, 90, 100,000 seat stadiums, and, there's noise in those as well. So it's not as though they don't have the experience doing it. We'll see how it plays out.
Snyder noted that the Wildcats are as eager for this clash as you are.
I think our guys are seemingly, focused on the task at hand. There's, I think, if you ask them, probably what they would say is they're anxious to play, and I like to think that anxiousness is really excitement to play, and I hope that's indeed is the case.
Once again, Auburn quarterback Nick Marshall was the focal point of much of Tuesday's presser. Asked what K-State fans could expect to see out of Marshall, Snyder initially was succinct.
Well, I would hope nothing.
Snyder, however, compared Marshall to former Cat greats Michael Bishop and Al Roberson, and admitted he may be wishful thinking.
He's a talented young guy, and he can do both. He can throw it and he can run it, and his numbers indicate exactly that. They say that it's a team that likes to run the football, and that's their first emphasis. But they'll throw the ball. They'll try to cast it downfield, and he has the ability to do that. He's got a strong arm. What they'll see him running the ball, and they'll see him throwing it.
With so much of the spotlight on Marshall and Auburn's dangerous offense, the Tigers' defense has flown under the radar. But Snyder is wary of Auburn on that side of the ball, too.
They're physical and fast. I think they're fast in the perimeter people, and physical and quick with the front people. And they're a north and south football team defensively. Their defensive people are not necessarily, their front four are not necessarily readers. They're guys that get in the stance and get their pads down, and they come off the line of scrimmage. They make it a very physical game. I would anticipate that's what we'll see.
One player who certainly will have the Auburn defense's attention is wide receiver Tyler Lockett. Lockett has yet to return punts this season while recovering from a hamstring injury, but Snyder said that will change before season's end.
At some point in time it will, yes.
Whether it happens Thursday remains to be seen. Whether the Wildcats win their biggest non-con game in program history also remains to be seen. But Snyder did offer a word of caution to everyone who has invested so much in this Whoa Nelly affair.
To me, things get blown out of proportion. It is, what's important for us is that we get better, and that we prepare ourselves as well as we can. We're talking about a season. This isn't a season. Thursday night's not a season. Thursday night is another game, and it's the most valuable game that we will play so far this season. And the following week will be the most valuable game that we will play during the course of the season. So it's just a step at a time, and I've never tried to make it any different than that.